Our lesson for today is all about the symmetry, particularly entitled the symmetries in nature and arts. So now we have on the discussions of the lesson. Why do butterflies, flowers, and even Filipino parol designs look balanced and beautiful? Just like the following figure. Symmetry refers to a balanced arrangement of parts of a figure such that one part corresponds to another according to a specific transformation. Symmetry is commonly observed in nature, architecture, cultural design, visual arts, and everyday object. It helps create harmony, beauty, and structure. In the Philippines, symmetry can be found in parol designs, banig, weaving patterns, indigenous textiles, church windows, butterfly wings, flowers, and traditional architectural decorations. So let's start with the reflection symmetry. Reflection symmetry, also called mirror symmetry, occurs when a figure can be divided into two identical halves that are mirror image of each other. The two halves coincide exactly when folded along a line called the line of symmetry. What about the characteristics of a what we call reflection symmetry? Produce a mirror image. The reflected figure is congruent to the original figure. Distances from the line and reflection remain equal. For example, we have the butterfly wings. If you are going to look around the butterfly wings, a butterfly's left wing is almost identical to its right wing. The what we call the symmetry type is the reflection. Second example is the human face. Although not perfectly symmetrical, the and right side of a human face exhibit approximate reflection symmetry. So, what type of symmetry? That is a reflection. Kasi di ba pag nilagyan natin dito ng ano na, let's say, imaginary horizontal line. So, yung left part ng left side ng face ay symmetrically same with the right side of the face. Example 3, the heart shape. So, a heart can be divided vertically into two mirror image halves. And that is another example of reflection. Kasi, pag sinabi natin reflection, co-image, so yung left and right side, talagang pag finold mo, exactly the same. Exactly the same with each other. So, ang type ng symmetry doon ay what we call reflection. Another example is the leaf. Many leaves have a central vein dividing them into nearly identical halves. So the symmetry type is what we call the reflection. And the last example of what we call reflection symmetry is star shapes Christmas lanterns are designed with reflection symmetry. So gaya na nakikita natin sa figure, yung parol design, di ba? So, pag tinignan natin siya, meron siyang reflection symmetry kasi talagang pag yung left and right, finold natin, talaga sila, talagang walang, walang part na hindi eksakto sa kanila. Yun yung mga sample natin, yung tinatawag nating reflection symmetry. The butterfly wings, human face, heart shape, and leaf, also the Philippine parol. Next type of symmetry is what we call rotational. A figure has rotational symmetry if it can be rotated about a fixed point and still appear unchanged before completing a full turn of 360 degrees. The characteristics of the following: figure turns around a fixed point. shape remains unchanged after rotation. Then the smallest angle that maps the figure onto itself is called the angle of rotation. Siyempre dun sa rotational symmetry, kapag dinivide siya into different angles, so yung pinaka-smallest angle niya, basta sila ay equal angle, so yun ang kanyang magiging angle of the rotation. So here are the following examples of rotational symmetry. Again, this is symmetry, then what type of symmetry? It is rotational. One is the ceiling fan. Ito yung ating figure ng ceiling fan. We have a three-bladed fan appears unchanged after rotation of 120. Kasi di ba ang required ng rotational symmetry turns 360 degrees. So, ang ibig sabihin, yung bawat angle ng ating three-bladed fan ay magiging 120. Kasi 120 into 3 or 120 times 3 is 360 degrees. Second example is the four-petal flowers. The four-petal flowers. So, ito yung kanyang figure. A flower with four identical petals repeats every 90 degrees. Four petals diba? So, yung four petals na yun, same figure. So, ang kanyang magiging rotational symmetry ay 90 each angle. Because 90 times 4, 4 petal kasi siya, kaya magiging 360 degrees. Next is the windmill. Ito yung figure ng ating windmill. So, sa atin, meron tayong sample ng windmill sa norte. Dito naman sa Kaminidaan, ang pinakamalapit ay yung windmill dito sa may Pinilla, Rizal. So, makikita nyo yung mapipigure out nyo. Rotational symmetry siya, di ba? Pero three-bladed din yan. Then, yung angle niya, smallest angle, ay 120. Diba? Kasi 120 siya angle. 120 degrees, 120 degrees, 120 degrees. So, we have the 360 degrees. Another example of rotational symmetry is square tile design. The square matches itself every 90 degrees turn. Ito example natin ng square matches tiles design. So, lahat ng angle na yan ay meron siyang tingnan 90 degrees. So, all in all, meron tayong 360 degrees. And the last example, under ng symmetrical or rotational symmetry is the Philippine sun symbol. The sun in the Philippine flag exhibits rotational symmetry through its rays. Ito yung mga rays niya. So, ito yung ating Philippine flags symbol. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, pagkukuhanin natin yung smallest angle, dahil kung bibilangin natin yung sinag ng ating araw, alam natin yung sinag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, pwede natin compute. So, ang ating constant is 3 over n. N natin ay yung number ng ating ray. Di ba? Yung number na ray. So, magiging ano siya ngayon, 360 degrees over 8. So, kung 360 over 8, ibig sabihin, ang smallest angle na mapo-form or tinatawag natin angle of rotation is 45. Value ngayon natin n ay 45. Okay? Next. Next, under ng symmetry, ay tinatawag natin line of symmetry. The line of symmetry. A line of symmetry is an imaginary line that divides a figure into two congruent mirror image parts. So, yung imaginary line na yan, ito lang yung gagawin nating pinaka-guide para makita natin yung co-image or yung tinatawag nating left and right mirror image ng figure. So, the characteristics of a line of symmetry can be vertical, can be horizontal, or Sa ibang part naman, pwede rin maging diagonal. Some figures have one line of symmetry, some figure have two, or more than one line of symmetry. Okay, let's cite the following example under ng tinatawag nating line of symmetry by the following geometric figure. Okay, so yung number 1 natin ay ang square. So, ilang kaya ang pwede maging line of symmetry ng isang square? Kaya lang natin yung bilang. Pag yun natin ang figure ng square, let's say square. So, pwede siyang magkaroon ng line of symmetry na vertical. Kasi yung left and right niya ay talagang co-image. Pwede rin ang horizontal. Yan. Diba? So, meron tayong vertical, meron tayong horizontal. Then, pwede rin ang diagonal. Image din siya, di ba? Para makaka-form siya ng dalawang congruent triangle. At meron pa isang diagonal. So, all in all, kapag tingnan natin kung ilan yung line of symmetry ng isang square ay meron tayong 4. Meron tayong 4 line of symmetry. So, sa square ay merong 4 line of symmetry. Okay, so 4 line of symmetry. Yan, ano yun? Isang vertical, isang horizontal, at dalawang diagonals. Next, sa rectangle naman. So, sa rectangle naman tayo. Check natin kung ilan ang magiging line of symmetry ng isang rectangle. Figure out natin ha. So, ito yung ating rectangle. Pwedeng magkaroon ng imaginary horizontal line sa line of symmetry. So, isa na yon. Or vertical, rather vertical line. Pwede rin ang horizontal line kasi meron din line of symmetry. Pero yung dalawang diagonals, hindi na pwede. Kasi, kapag nilagyan natin ng diagonals, yung isang angle ng ng triangle ay hindi na magiging co-image nung nasa other part na triangle. Hindi pwede ang diagonal. Kaya dalawa lang ang magiging line of symmetry ng isang rectangle. Two lines. Two line of symmetry. Okay? Next, sa number 3 naman tayo. Tingnan natin ang sample natin ng ng congruent triangle. Okay, for congruent triangle naman tayo. It's number 3. So, tingnan natin kung makakailan tayong line of symmetry sa congruent triangle. Figure out natin. Ito yung ating congruent triangle. So, ang pwede nating kuhanan ng line of symmetry ay yung kanyang vertices sa congruent or sa tinatawag nating equilateral triangle, no? So, yung isang vertex perpendicular to the opposite side. So, meron nga isang line of symmetry. Ilang vertex ba meron sa equilateral triangle? Yes, tatlo, di ba? Tatlo. So, magkakaroon tatlong line of symmetry. Ayan. So, sa equilateral triangle ay meron tayong 3 lines or 3 line of meron tayong 3 lines. Okay? Next, how about sa circle? Ilan kaya magiging line of symmetry natin dating sa circle? Okay, check natin. Sa circle naman. So, let's say meron tayong circle. Sa circle kasi, ang magiging imaginary line of symmetry natin, pwede siyang mag-form ng a chord. Or symmetrical yan. Pag dito, naging symmetrical. Ayan. Lahat ng mga chords ay pwede maging line of symmetry ng isang circle. So, kung lahat ng chords is in the circle, possible na marami talagang pwede maging line of symmetry. Kaya sa circle composed of many line of symmetry. Okay? Okay tayo doon sa part na yan. Okay. Kaya natin Ah, baba natin. So, ang ating number 4 o yung ating 4 circle many lines or many line of symmetry. And the last, yung ating anong tawag niya dito sa ano to, sa polynomial na to. Pag ginamitan natin ang definition ng polynomial, so count mo lang yung bilang ng sides niya. Then magiging ano na yan, magiging name na ng polynomial na or yung polygon na yan, rather, yung polygon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10-sided polygon. So anong tawag natin? Side polygon. Anyone? Yes. It is a decagon. Decagon. Decagon is a 10-sided. Okay? So, ang 10-sided polygon din, or what we call decagon, ay pwede rin malagyan natin ng line of symmetry. Ay magawa muna tayo ng ano, ng isang, ano pang ibang tawag. Kung sa polygon, tinatawag siya na decagon. Sa iba naman, iba sa ano, sa solid geometry, anong kanyang katawagan. Yan, buray lang natin yung gitna. Ay, wala nga. Natin. Ayaw, ayaw. Yan. So, tayo makakabuo na ano, tinatawag natin na kanyang line of symmetry. So, dun din sa mga vertices na naandun sa kanyang upper part. Let's say dito. Okay, kaya isang itong portion na to, so pwede siyang maging ang kanyang ano, kanyang vertex. So, pag kinuha natin yan, yung vertex na kinonect natin, imaginary line, kinonect natin dito sa kanyang opposite, ano din, concave vertex. Yan. So, merong isang line of symmetry na, di ba? Kasi, image na tong dalawang to. Yung left and right, magiging image na siya. Eh, kung tinignan mo, kung ilan lahat itong portion na to, ng vertices na to, meron din 5. Ibig sabihin, makakabuo tayo ng 5 imaginary line of symmetry. Okay, so, ito pa isa. Yan, connect din dito. Yun. Ito pa, oh. Kukonect mo lang dito. Yun, di ba? Ito pa, oh. Part na ito, kukonect mo lang dito. O, di na ano. Ayusin natin. Medyo di na siya maganda. Dito, sa kabila nun, makakabuo tayo ng 5 din. 5, ito pa isa. Meron tayong sa decagon ay meron tayong ilan din? 5. 5 lines or 5 line of symmetry. May question tayo doon sa tinatawag natin line of symmetry. Okay, so let's continue about the definition of the symmetry. Next, the center of the rotation. The center of the rotation is the fixed point around a figure rotates. Again, fixed point around a figure rotation. During the rotation, the center remains stationary. Yung fixed point na yun lang yung point na stationary. Hindi kasama yun sa ano, sa rotation. Andun lang siya, di ba? Every point on the figure moves around the center. So, kung yung fixed point na yon, maliban doon, wala nang ibang magiging stationary point. Kasi yung ibang point, labas doon sa fixed point, ay magiging rotate. Pwede na siyang mag-rotate within the fixed point. So, check natin yung mga characteristics na tinatawag nating center of the rotation. Serve as the pivot point. maybe inside or outside of the figure. Then it is essential in determining the rotation or rotational symmetry. Essential in determining rotational symmetry. Or here are the following example. Kaya itong clock hand. So sa clock hand, diba, meron tayong hour hand and minute hand. Pati itong seconds hand. So itong point na to, nakikita natin, pwedeng pinpoint, yun yung kanyang fixed point, yun din yung tinatawag nating stationary point. So therefore, that is your center of rotation. So sa clock hands, the center of the clock is the center of the rotation. Ito yung point na yan, yung pinpoint na yan. Sa Ferris wheel naman, the axle at the center acts as the center of rotation. Ito. So kung ito yung ating Ferris wheel, ito yung axle. Yun din yung magiging stationary at yun din yung fixed point. So that is the center of the rotation. Sa bicycle wheel, ito yung bicycle wheel. So ito yung part na to, o yung tinatawag na hub. So the hub serves as the center of the rotation kasi yun lang yung stationary point at yun din yung fixed point. And yun lang yung hindi stationary, hindi gumagalaw within the circular of a what we call bicycle lane. Next example, sa windmill. The shaft where the blades connect is the center of rotation. Itong part na to. Kasi ito yung mga blades natin. So yun, yung point na nagko-connect doon sa mga blades or tinatawag natin shaft ay iyon ang magsisilbing center of the rotation. Next, sa compass rose design. Ito yung ating compass rose design. Yung middle point of the design serves as the center of the rotation. So ito yung ating middle point, yun din ang magsisilbing center of the rotation. Letter E, the angle of rotation. So ang angle of rotation naman, ang pinakamagiging formula natin doon ay 360 degrees over n. Where n number of times the figure matches itself during one complete rotation. Again, the angle of rotation 360. Angle of rotation 360 degrees equals over n. So yung n natin, yon ang magse-serve na number of times the figure matches itself during the one complete rotation. Okay, so tingnan natin, magbigay tayo ng mga ibang example ng para makita natin yung angle of rotation. Let's say sa equilateral triangle. So tingnan natin gawa tayo ng equilateral triangle Gawa tayo ng equilateral triangle. Okay? Ingay pang bira. Okay. Equilateral triangle So gagawa tayo ng equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. So sa equilateral triangle, pag nilagyan natin siya ng equilateral triangle, okay. Yan. So lalagyan natin ng center of rotation. Equilateral triangle. Okay. So pag dinivide natin siya sa tatlo, di ba? Yan. Ha? So, kung ito yung ating center of rotation, then pag kinuha natin yung kanyang measurement ng angle, dahil 360 yung formula natin. So, pag dinivide natin sa n, and ang number ng n natin ay equilateral triangle. So, meron siyang 3 sides. Kaya 3. So, meron kang ngayong 120 degrees. Okay? So, ang angle of rotation ng isang equilateral triangle ay 120 degrees. Example 2, square. So, ang number of matching position niya ay 4. Sa square nga eh, meron siyang 4 angles. Ibig sabihin, 360 over 4 ay 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Regular pentagon. Ang regular pentagon naman ay, kailangan gumawa ng regular pentagon. Okay, gawa mo tayo regular pentagon. Para makita nyo kung bakit siya naging nagiging although ang regular pentagon meron siyang 5 sides. Pero mas maganda ma-figure out natin. Okay, pentagon, regular pentagon. Pag sinabi natin regular, yung kanyang mga sides ay equal. 5 equal sides. Okay, pentagon. Hindi ko lang erase natin. Okay, ulitin natin. Pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, buo tayo na ito yung center of rotation. Meron siyang 5 number of matching position. So, kung 5 siya, so kaya 360 over 5. Ayan, 360. So, 360 over 5. And produce 72 degrees. So, 72 degrees yung kanyang angle of rotation. Regular hexagon, meaning meron siyang 6 equal size and 6 equal angle. Kaya magiging 6 ang kanyang number of matching position. So, 360 over 6 is 60. Okay, sa regular hexagon, meron tayong 60 angle of rotation. Three-bladed fan, three-bladed plan, kagaya ng figure natin kanina, meron siyang 3 number of matches position, 3. So, 360 over 3 is 120. So, ang angle of rotation niya ay 120. Okay? So, that's all. Any question from the class? Let's summarize the following. Our concept, reflection symmetry, rotational symmetry, line of symmetry, the center of symmetry, and the angle of symmetry. By definition, we say reflection symmetry, a figure can be divided into mirror image, halves. Sa rotational naman symmetry, ay figure matches itself after rotation. Sa line of symmetry, that's imaginary line dividing a figure into mirror image. Center of rotation, fixed point around the figure rotates. And angle of rotation, amount of turn needed for a figure to match itself. Mga sample natin, sa butterfly wings, that is reflection symmetry. Fan blades, that is rotational symmetry. Square diagonal, that is line of symmetry. Then, dun sa center of rotation na pwede ang wheel hub. At ang angle of rotation, pwede ang square, that is 90 degrees. And that's all. So, ang next part natin ay magkakaroon tayo ng self-assessment check. Thank you so much.